Text formatting can be a little bit difficult to remember. Changing font to either italic, bold, or adding an underline is what text formatting is. We covered this very temporarily in the IDs and classes lecture, but now we're actually going to go over italic, bold, and underline and how to do it correctly. So first we're going to start off with italic, and to make some text italic, we use the font style property. We have font style. Its values are inherit, italic, oblique, and none. Inherit takes the parent value, and this is default. Italic will make your font italic. Oblique is a little bit of a bizarre one. It looks just like italic, but it's the true form of italic. And by true form, I mean the letter A is a little bit more slanted in certain fonts. Most fonts just support italic and not oblique. So if you're going to italicize any font, I highly recommend just sticking with italic and don't actually use the oblique value. Or we can set it to none, and this clears the font style of italic, oblique, or its parent value. Now let's make something italic. So here we have the I class. Just named it I for, italic. Font dash style, and the value is simply italic. And then we apply it to an element like so. So we have a class. The class name matches with the class name in our CSS. We just wrote italic, baby. And it displays italic, baby. Now let's look at bold. If we want to use CSS to make something bold, we use the font weight property. Font weight accepts three answers: bold, inherit, and normal. Bold obviously makes your text bold. Normal removes the other font weight properties and makes the text normal. This would be our normal text. And inherit would look just like its parent element. Now from here on out, I probably won't be explaining what inherit does. Just one more time, I would like to let you know that inherit does take the value of its parent element, and I will probably only tell you if inherit is the default value. So now if we look at an example, we got class bold, font dash weight is equal to bold, and if we apply that, it's going to create our bold text. And then we have underline. And just to make things a little bit more difficult, we're going to use a different property for adding an underline. For underline, we used text decoration. Now this one accepts blink, inherit, line through, none, overline, and underline. Blink will blink the text. This isn't supported in most browsers anymore, so I highly recommend not even using that one. Inherit is default. Line through puts a line through the text, like you're crossing it out. None will clear the text decoration completely and resets it back to normal. Overline will add a line over your text, and underline, which is the one we want, will add an underline under our text. Now let's look at an example of line through, overline, and underline. So here we have, again, three classes. We just have line, overline, and underline. And how we apply it is we use the text dash decoration property. And for a line through, we use line dash through. For an overline, we just type overline, and underline, we just type underline. And this is our text decoration. This is because we're actually decorating the text. So you can think of these three a little bit differently. Font style adds something stylish to your font, like italics. That's pretty stylish. Font weight will make your font bold, like you're adding weight to your font. And text decoration is like dressing your text up. Your text is still there, but even as I highlight it, you notice that the line through it isn't highlighted. That's just because we decorated it. We didn't actually change the font at all. Now that we've gone into the basic formatting and tapped into the style and text properties, we're going to expand on this, and we're going to cover both of these properties a little more thoroughly.